Hey everyone, these are 3 cheap, easy, nutritious, plant-based meals that are under $10 and they're going to help you feel fantastic, save on your budget, help with your decision fatigue, stress when it's 5 o'clock, what's for dinner? This is going to save you time, money, and you're going to get your health back. Let's go. First, we're going to get our rice started, our Spanish-style rice. We're going to put 2 cups of rice in our rice maker, or you could use your Instapot. And we're going to also put 2 cups of water in. It's equal parts water to rice. So if you do 1 cup of rice, you do 1 cup of water. But for this particular recipe, it's 2 and 2. 2 cups of rice, 2 cups of water. Then we're going to put in 1 can of fire roasted diced tomatoes. Make sure and get the no salt version. There's a link below to my Amazon store. Some stores don't carry the no salt. Then we're also going to put 2 tablespoons of chili powder in. We're also going to put in some cumin and a few other spices. And we're going to get this rice going. I love this rice so much because we're using it for our tofu burritos, but there's always leftover rice, and usually enough for 1 or 2 more meals. It's fantastic. I also like to put some chipotle powder in it. The recipe is down below. You can sign up for our newsletter and get the recipe for all of these for your meal prep. I love doing meal prep for a couple of reasons. First of all, it saves you decision fatigue during the week. I was never someone who liked to meal prep, but now I really enjoy it because it really takes a short window to make 3 or 4 recipes so you're ready for the week. It makes life easier. You save money and you save time, and you don't have decision fatigue at 5 o'clock saying, what's for dinner? That's something I was always doing as well. We're also in the Spanish style rice. We're going to put about 1/4 of an onion in. And again, the recipe is down below. So just go ahead and chop it up and throw that in. This is great. I love this rice because it's a dump and cook. Easy peasy. I do have a chopper, so it's kind of silly that I'm chopping all my onions, but you know, therapeutic, I suppose. If you've never made Spanish rice, I highly encourage you to make this. It is delicious. You could eat it as a standalone meal with vegetables and beans. It's just so yummy and filling. It's a treat. So I highly encourage, if you're not going to make the burritos, just make the rice. Your family will love it. Grant was the first one who made this rice, and it is one of our absolute favorites. I could make it every week. I never get sick of it. Go ahead, mix it up like I'm doing. Mix all the ingredients in before you close it and put it in the rice maker or your Instapot. And then that's it. Now we're moving on to making the cheese sauce. We love this cheese sauce. This cheese sauce is so good, and who would ever guess that it's made out of carrots and potatoes, some nutritional yeast, water, cashews. If you don't want cashews, we're actually making it today with white beans, 1/2 cup of white beans. Again, the recipe is down below. You can sign up to get all of these, but it's super easy and it's really healthy. The cheese sauce, we've used it on, I love it. My favorite is nachos. I love it on baked potatoes. I like it on chili cheese fries. I like it to dip. I can make some corn tortillas and dip them in there. It's just so delicious. We're going to put it on hash browns today. So we're making cheesy hash brown bake, and we're going to bake it in the oven. And that way during the week, you just grab it out of the fridge, pop it in a portion in the air fryer or in the microwave or the oven, and you're good to go. It's a delicious filling breakfast, and it's definitely one of our favorites. If you haven't made it, I highly encourage you to. The other thing that's so cool about all these recipes is they're really inexpensive. So you're going to save money by preparing this food, and it doesn't have any additives or preservatives. You're using whole food, plant-based, which helped me lose 70 pounds. While I wait for the water to boil, for the carrots to cook, for the cheese, for the cheesy hash browns, I'm going to jump over and start prepping for the soup that we're making. And this is the cabbage soup. It's so delicious with lentils. It's perfect. I love to make a soup every week for variety's sake and also for weight loss. It's full of deliciousness. All the veggies you're getting in the soup, it fills you up, and you're not eating things that are really dense in calories. So I love that it's just clean, whole food, plant-based deliciousness. And this is one of my favorite soups. It's really hard. It's like trying to choose a favorite child. You just don't have one because there's so many delicious soups, just like your kids. You love everything about them. They're unique and they're their own person. So this soup, I like this soup because it has a hearty flavor. It's very savory, and it was an accident. It was supposed to have tomatoes in it, and I forgot to add tomatoes one time. And so now I have this new soup that I love that's a cabbage lentil soup. You can really add anything in your fridge. Maybe you have some leftover vegetables that are maybe getting close to being thrown out. Go ahead and add them in your soup. That way you're not wasting them and you're getting all those great nutrients. There's really no rules when it comes to soup. A lot of vegetables just taste so yummy in there. But we're going to put in cabbage and lentils and of course spices. I love all those things. I was telling you that I never liked to food prep before, but if you add up all the time during the week, if you go to the grocery store several times because you don't have anything prepared for dinner, I find, number one, it's super dangerous because you're hungry, you're tired, you have decision fatigue, and you're trying to bring a meal together. Number two, you're more likely to pick up things that are processed because it's convenient and you're tired and you don't want to prepare it. And number three, that means they probably have oil, sugar, salt, additives, ingredients you just don't want to put in your body. So by taking the time to do the meal prep on one day a week, just literally setting aside an hour or two and preparing 3 or 4 things like this, you're going to save so much time. That was the other point I was going to say. That time going to the store, driving there, shopping, every time you need to pick up a meal for the family. But by doing this, you have it prepared already. And so maybe you're just making a couple of side things or preparing the crispy tofu. Super easy. Grant and I and Jim, when we have done meal prep on Sunday, our weeks just flow so much easier. So meal prep saves you time, saves you emotional stress, and it saves you money, and it keeps you healthy. There's a reason if you're going to the store every day to figure out what's for dinner that you're picking up, really unhealthy things maybe at the deli or things in boxes that they're not nourishing your body or your mind. So we put in this recipe. You can do 2 or 3 carrots, and we're going to do 2 or 3 stalks of celery. Today I'm doing 3 stalks of celery in there, and you just cut them up. Super easy. Put on some tunes. Dance a little bit, but be careful with the knife in your hand. I get my carrots from Costco. They have a huge bag of organic carrots, and they're pretty inexpensive. I get my celery just from the grocery store because I find that the bags of celery at Costco go bad pretty fast. And now I'm giving hand signals to an airplane to land. Just kidding. I'm cooking. All right, now we're multitasking. We just put the carrots in the water. We're going to let them boil till they're soft. And then they're going to go in the blender along with the potatoes. It is getting full. We're going to pack as many veggies as we can into this soup. But you can see already how full it is. It'll cook down. Before I started eating a whole food plant-based diet 4 years ago, I never had cabbage. I mean, once in a while when I'd eat chicken and rice from a restaurant, there would be a little bit of a cabbage mixture on the side, and I never really liked it. But now, I love cabbage. I love it sauteed. I love it in soups. I love it in salads. Your taste buds change. A lot of people don't know that, but your taste buds change about 3 weeks into going whole food plant-based. Now keep in mind, you need to lean into it all the way. Don't go halfway in on this. Don't negotiate with this. Be good to yourself and do the program 100% as best you can. And then your taste buds will change and you'll stop craving the processed foods and you'll start craving the good whole foods. I didn't believe it, but I actually experienced it, so you can't deny. They always say seeing is believing, but doing is really the proof. This is one of my favorite tools, and it is a chopper. We have an Amazon affiliate link. All the links are below. But that chopper saves me so much time. I love it. I love it because I used to buy already pre-cut onions and pre-cut carrots, and they're super expensive. And that chopper, boy, does it save time. The other thing I love about this soup is I have put in some other ingredients like smoked paprika. We've also got a little bit of oregano in there. So it's got a variety of spices. And again, you can be as creative as you want, but you can follow what I've been doing and it tastes delicious. Spices, a lot of people don't know that spices are plants and they're vegetables. So if you're trying to, and you should, try to get as many vegetables in variety a week, you can really bump up how many veggies you're getting in by adding spices to your meals. And that counts. And that's so good for your cellular repair structure, your gut microbiome. So really lean into spices. Unfortunately, a lot of times people use salt and oil, and it's really a disservice because you can get so much depth and flavor to your meals by the variety of spices you use. So lean into those plants in the spices. If you've liked the videos so far, please hit the like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell so every time we make a new video, you're notified. Thank you so much. Now we're switching over. Let's make the cheese sauce. This is the best. Love this cheese sauce. I remember when I first heard about people making cheese sauce out of potatoes, I thought that was the craziest thing I had ever heard. But no, you can do it. Now today we're going to make it a little bit lower in fat, and we're using 1/2 cup of white beans. You can use any variety of white beans. That's just to give it the creaminess. Normally we do use cashews, but I'm mixing it up and I'm trying white beans. It'll be perfectly delicious. Some people have nut allergies, so I want you to have the option. If you do cashews, make sure and soak them in hot water for at least an hour or two beforehand. Now I have the Ninja for blending, but if you have a Vitamix, I think that those will pulverize the cashews the way you want. You just don't want the cheese sauce to be gritty, so that's why we soak them ahead of time. And then what I'm doing is I am putting in 3 cups of potatoes. These potatoes are already cooked and cooled off. If you don't know this tip, cook your potatoes and then put them into the fridge and let them cool off. That cuts the glycemic index in the potato in half, and it creates resistant starch in the potato. It's wonderful. I think they actually taste better this way. And a fun fact, even if you reheat the potatoes after cooling them off, you still gain, they don't, the glycemic cut that you've done, even if you reheat the potatoes, you still get the benefits of that glycemic index being cut in half for that potato. So all you need to do is cooling them off. You can eat them cold, you can reheat them, you're perfectly fine. So we put 3 cups of the potatoes in, and you can use russet, or, if you want to use a different white potato, that's fine too. Then we go ahead and put the carrots in. A lot of times I'm going to use the water from the carrots. It's hot, and you're not losing any of the vitamins from the carrots by pouring that hot water in and using it. Why not? Then I'm going to put in some garlic powder. I'm also going to put in some onion powder. You can change this recipe as well. I put in some nutritional yeast as well. You could put in a jalapeno if you want it hot. You could put in some salsa is delicious too. So there's really a lot of things you can do to vary the cheese sauce just to your liking. You can also use Benson's Table Tasty. That way you're not having to add any salt to it. If you want to keep it low salt, that's a great thing to do. This is just so easy to make. I love this cheese sauce. And wait till you have it with the hash browns. Oh my goodness, it's so good. So you want to blend it up, and really it's 2 to 3 cups of water in it. But I start off with about 2 cups of water because, as you know, as a cook, you can't take ingredients away, but you can always add to it. So start with 2 cups of water, and then just look at the consistency. If it needs more, if it's too thick, just keep adding a little bit of water until you get that consistency for the cheese sauce that you want. And then if you don't use all the cheese sauce that we make, in one batch, just throw it in the fridge and store it. It usually will last for about 3 or 4 days. So you can use it for other things. You could even put it on pasta. You want to do some nachos like we were talking about. We will put it also into our burritos. Put it down as kind of the first layer before the rice. You're getting all that goodness. I mean, it makes me smile thinking about cheese sauce that's made out of potatoes. So I call this dish potato squared. And I was out of time. Normally I grate my own hash browns, but a really easy trick is just to buy some frozen hash browns at the store. Look on the back label, make sure it's just hash browns and nothing else added to it. Some of them do add ingredients. So you want plain frozen hash browns. You can get them at Walmart or any grocery store. And then you literally just pour the cheese sauce in to your liking and you mix it up with those hash browns. I do put the hash browns in the microwave, or you can set them in a bowl and de-thaw them if you want. Either way, you can cook it either way, but that's the way I do it. Then the fun part about the hash browns is you can add vegetables to it. You could add, I've added before peas and carrots to that. You can add red peppers. Today I'm going to add some sweeties to it. You can add green onions to it, mushrooms. You can add regular onions. We're adding some red onions here. So really, it's just your imagination and what you like. Also, I've added before hash browns and broccoli. So cheesy hash browns with broccoli, yum. Just take the opportunity to add vegetables. Anytime you can add a vegetable to a dish, you're helping increase the phytonutrients within that dish. And our bodies love that. I'm going to take my peppers. It's really great with using the chopper and get them into little pieces real easily and then mix them in. So if you don't have a chopper, I highly recommend you get one of those because it makes vegetable cutting so much easier just by putting it in and getting all these nice little square pieces. And then I'm just going to mix it around, and I have the oven on pre-bake. We're gonna put it in the oven. I don't cover it. I like to get the top crispy. So the instructions are, you can sign up to get the newsletter with the instructions down below. And there you go. You've got an option for breakfast or whenever. I do not limit these meals to say this is for breakfast, this is for lunch, this is for dinner, because honestly, they're all interchangeable. If you feel like having cheesy hash browns for lunch, have them. Have them with some soup. Have them with a side of vegetables, a side of broccoli or cauliflower. It's taken me a long time to deprogram myself from the standard American diet, but I'm doing pretty good. I put on top a little bit of smoked paprika. I love smoked paprika. It's one of my favorite spices. You could also you could make some Parmesan, super easy to make that, and then pop it in the oven. Now we're moving on. We're working on our burritos. We call them breakfast burritos, but they're anytime burritos. They're made out of tofu. They are the bomb. They are so delicious. Your kids, your family, your friends, they will love these. You don't have to be vegan or plant-based to enjoy delicious food, and these are fantastic. So what I've done is I've taken firm tofu and I've put it in our tofu press to get all the water out. You can buy extra firm tofu and then you won't need a tofu press. But I buy my tofu at Costco. Make sure it's organic wherever you buy it. Costco sells it in a 4-pack, super reasonably priced. So that's what I do. And then I just literally use a cheese grater. So glad I didn't throw this away when I gave up cheese. And I grate it into the pan. It's beautiful. I didn't even know really what tofu was before I went plant-based. Tofu is made out of soybeans. And I have learned that soybeans are really beneficial to your health. There was a study done about women with breast cancer and where in the world there are more rates of breast cancer. And in Japan, the rate for breast cancer very, very low. And what they discovered was the women eat a lot of products that are made out of soy. So whether it's soy milk in your latte or in baking or in your oatmeal, or it's tofu like what we're doing here, edamame also, great source. But if you do 5 to 6 ounces a day, it's been shown, studies show that your odds are lessened and it helps prevent cancer, along with, for men, prostate cancer. It will help in that respect. And I just love that. I had no idea. But there are a lot of studies that are backing that. And that's what I do. I follow the science. If it makes sense, and it helps us live a healthier life, I'm all for it. The other thing that's really remarkable that I experienced was all of my hot flashes and all of my night sweats completely went away. No medication, nothing. Because when I started this way of life, I was in the throes of menopause, and it was bad. It was dark. But all of those things went away within 6 weeks. And the only thing I changed was I added soy every day to my diet. After I read that study and some other books that also talked about the benefits of soy, I was all in. So now I've just figured out a way to prepare it that it's delicious. And I can't get enough. I eat it every single day. This is really a cool recipe because we are giving the soy the most delicious spices, and the combination really tastes like, I don't know, I would equate it to chicken that's been marinated in some really great spices, more southwestern Mexican flavor. It's so yummy. So that's what we're doing in the pan. We're just mixing it up with all the different spices, and then we're going to heat it up and just cook it in the pan. I was wondering what that string was on the back of my head. It's to my cowboy hat. But this is how we do it. And it really takes no time at all. Gather your ingredients and go for it. Now, just to make sure you understand, I don't use any oil when I cook in pans or pots, but I do use water. You can use low sodium vegetable broth too, that's fine, but it's really easy to cook. So always have a little cup of water or a measuring cup next to you. So if it gets hot or it starts to look like it might stick, just pour a little water in It works like a charm. This is the fun part too, where you can be creative. I'm going to add some more of the red peppers to this recipe and throw them in as well. I love these little sweeties. You can get them in the grocery store in bags. They usually come in multiple colors, red, yellow, and orange, but I think this bag seemed to be mainly red, and red are my favorite. They're so delicious. They're full of vitamin C too. I haven't been sick in a long time. I don't think I've been sick the whole 4 years that I have gone plant-based. And I know a lot of that is because of all the phytonutrients I'm getting. So that's why I always put vegetables into recipes. Plus it makes them taste really good. This is making me hungry. And then you just go ahead and put them in with the tofu, the shredded tofu and its seasoning, and just mix them around. I'm adding a little bit of water here or there. But the peppers will cook and give off a little bit of their water too. I would say, probably cook them for 5 to 7 minutes. You could literally split open one of those sweeties and load it up with the delicious tofu and eat it. That would be a great appetizer too on a plate. Now comes the fun part. We're going to assemble the burritos. Let's go. Burrito time. Look at that rice. It's just perfect and it smells so good. Your house is going to smell delicious. First, I'm going to put down a little bit of the cheese sauce, and then we're going to put some of the rice. Oh, so good. So good. I'm not the best at making burritos. I think Grant's better than me. Then we're going to put the tofu down. This is so easy, right? And so delicious. The reason I'm not the best at making burritos is I fill them too full. We're censoring it right now because it's too full. Oh, there. I made it good. Yeah, so that's it. We're just assembling these delicious burritos. You can eat them, serve them right away. You can also wrap them. We wrap them a lot of times when we're batch cooking like this, and we put them in the freezer. It's so great when you think you don't have any left and you find one last burrito in the freezer and you heat it up. It's faster than fast food and good for you. I was inspired by, there's a place on the beach that we would go to that had delicious breakfast burritos. And these really were inspired from that. They were not plant-based, the burritos we ate back then, but these are some of my favorite. You can probably get about, I would say about 8 burritos, 8 to 10 out of this recipe, maybe a little bit more, but I would say 8 to 10 is probably, and I mean, if you think about it, it's 2 cups of rice, it's some spices, it's a can of diced tomatoes, it's a block of tofu, it's some sweetie peppers and an onion and some tortillas. I mean, people are really hurting with their food bills and the cost of utilities and everything going up. This is such a great way to save money and also be eating delicious, healthy food. And it's food that your whole family is going to love. You don't have to be a vegan to enjoy these burritos. They are so wonderful. Thank you for watching. Be sure to check out our Amazon store. You can get all the great ingredients and things you need to make these wonderful recipes there. Also, check out my link to our private school community where you can get more information and daily accountability. Check out our Stan store too. Tomorrow there's a big announcement and I can't wait to share it with you. Thanks.